Welcome to Rajendra Tandon videos. We carry on with Surdas, 22nd verse from Bhramar Geet. Surdas was a 16th century Hindu devotional poet and singer known for his lyrics written in praise of Krishna. His output was prolific. His verses are written in Braj Bhasha. He was a part of the Bhakti movement spreading across the Indian subcontinent. This movement represented spiritual empowerment of the masses. Other prominent poets of this movement were Kabir, Tulsidas, and Mirabai. The genesis of Bhramar Geet, from which today's verse has been taken, can be traced to Bhagavad Puran. According to the narration in the Puran, the inhabitants of Braj could not reconcile with the loss of Krishna to Mathura. You see, Krishna had been brought up by Yashoda and Nand as their child. The reality was not known to them that he was the child of Vasudeva and Devaki, who were in a prison in Mathura. At a suitable time, Krishna and his brother Balaram left for Mathura to release their parents and punish Kansa, the evil ruler as well as the maternal uncle of Krishna. The gopis of Braj could not reconcile with the loss of Krishna to Mathura. The depth of their sorrow knew no bounds. Krishna came to know of this and he sent Uddhav, a class fellow of his, to Braj where Uddhav explained the divinity of Krishna first to his parents. He told them that Krishna was formless, unborn, without a beginning and an end, and omnipresent. He advised them to look for this Krishna and not their child they had brought up. At this stage, the gopis who had played with Krishna all through his childhood and the beginning of his adult period had assembled, and they took Uddhav aside and probed him to learn as much as they could about their beloved Krishna. They repeatedly chanted Krishna's name. Meanwhile, a black bee droned into this assembly, a Brahmar in Hindi. The gopis taunted Uddhav through the medium of the bee. These verses are therefore called Bhramar Geet. Uddhav is conversant with yoga and Brahma Jnana and is not even distantly conversant with Amor, Kama, Prema. When the gopis, still disturbed with Krishna's departure, inquire of him about Krishna, Uddhav talks of the formless Brahma and yoga. This irritates the gopis, who angrily compare him with a black bee who flits from flower to flower, sucking the sap and deserting the flower. Today's verse has a different angle. The gopis boast of their vicinity to Krishna and tell Uddhav that they are twice blessed. हम तो दुहु भांति फल पायो, जो ब्रजनाथ मिले तो नीको. ना तरु जग जस गायो. We are twice blessed. If he comes back to us, we will be very happy. That would be a good fortune. And if not, and as we die waiting for him, the world will sing of our love for him. कहाँ वह गोकुल की गोपी सब बरनहीन लघु जाति. We belong to lower classes. We are the gopis of Gokul. कहाँ वह कमला के स्वामी संग मिल बैठी एक पाती. And they sat together, ate together, danced with Vishnu, Kamala's husband. निगम ध्यान मुनि ज्ञान अगोचर ते वह घोषण निवासी. The God whom the Munis pray to and worship, who is not visible, he came to live in Braj. Now you tell us, Uddhav, ता ऊपर अब साँच कहो, घो मुक्ति कौन की दासी. You are talking of liberation. Liberation itself is a maid to Krishna. Salvation is a maid to Krishna. If we have found Krishna, we have found salvation. Mukti. Jog katha pa lagau udho na kahun barambar. We touch your feet. Don't go on telling us about Nirgun Brahma. Sur Shyam taji aur bhaje jo taki janani chhar. Anybody who worships Brahma, leaving live Krishna aside, is worthless. His mother gave birth for no reason. He does not understand real life. This is the beauty of this verse. That anybody who is not in love with Krishna, who cannot worship Krishna, who cannot pray to Sagun Brahma, God who has visible qualities as a human being, is not worth his salt. His birth has been useless. Coming back to Bhramar Geet, the theme is that human beings can get mukti, salvation with Krishna's blessings. Sincere bhakti is superior to jnana, yoga, karma, bhed and jati bhed. Bhramar Geet is a fabulous combination of virha, the grief of separation. It is a composition in the face of which Gyan takes a back seat. Gyan is knowledge, wisdom, but not the wisdom regarding a God who played with you. Here the entire logic of yoga accepts defeat. All that remains is absolute devotion, bhakti and bhakti alone. Bhramar Geet is not only one of the most sublime writings on Virha and Shringar, but is also a unique discussion on Sagun and Nirgun. In the conversation between the gopis and Uddhav, we find witty repartee, penetrating satire. Surdasa's verses not only reach a pinnacle of emotional content, but are also rated high for a poet's craft. His language is simple, expression spontaneous, and words full of learning. He is rich in imaginative simile and metaphors. Hazari Prasad Dwivedi, an eminent critic of Hindi literature, writes, सूरदास जब अपने प्रिय विषय का वर्णन शुरू करते हैं तो मानो अलंकार शास्त्र हाथ जोड़कर उनके पीछे पीछे दौड़ता है। उपमाओं की बाढ़ आ जाती है, रूपकों की वर्षा होने लगती है। Similes and metaphors rain from the skies. The poetic art folds its hands and follows Surdas, begging to be written. Surdas is one of the greats of Hindi poetry. He not only enriched literature with emotion and linguistic excellence, but also pioneered a unique tradition in Krishna Kavya. I stop here today. We shall meet again in another video very soon. Thank you for coming to this site and listening to me.